Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. Chooses to bring this one out. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
Under. 11. Hey, uno.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And this one doesn't go far. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
2nd and 8. Escapes the pocket. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Under.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Pats will take over. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought down by Fred Warner. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. From the gun, it's May. His first throw is an interception. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, for their sake, partner, I sure hope the rest of their pass attempts this game go a whole lot better than that, because it is pretty clear this defense came to play.
And I can promise you this, Kate, nowhere on that opening script does the word interception ever appear. You never want to see an INT. Now they're going to have to flush it. That's the key here for this quarterback in the offense. Got to flush that mistake and press on ahead. Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Jelani Tavai picks it off. And the Patriots have it now as he makes the 20th interception of his career. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got one, we got two. Do I hear a third interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought that defenders or offensive guys have bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
He throws a bullet down the left sideline. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's 3rd down now.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, here's May. Polk makes the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Straight ahead with Williams. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Brought down by Fred Warner. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Yeah, this game, you just can't make it harder than it needs to be. Just get the catch first. Guarantee your yards, and then worry about escaping defenders after the catch.
May now on 3rd down. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
Oh, hey.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Throwing on 3rd and long. He's on the move. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Here we go.
On play action, here's Stroud. That one's cut along the left sideline. Give him 32 on that play. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Oh. Go.
Man in motion here.
19 Texans. Hey.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
From the gun, Stroud. Getting out to his left. And they take this in for the score. The Texans go up 6-0 here in the first. C.J. Stroud the touchdown. McLaughlin tacks on the extra point. And the Texans will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. On play action, here's May. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Texans get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Stroud off the play fake. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Buys time, rolling right. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that's well into the end zone, so a missed chance to stick them near the goal line. Instead, they're going to have the ball at the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 23. Taking a deep shot here. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
Man, with how hard it is, Kate, to get these plays down the field, can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. Just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball fully in.
Throw on 3rd down. Chased out to his right. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Christian Harris picks it off. Texans take over as he records his 10th career INT. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Oh, ready. Set.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by Diggs. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
Here we go.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Right.
Handoff now out of the gun. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Out. Right. Right.
Here's Stroud. Rolling left, buying some time. We'll just huck this one into row C, and some lucky fan is going to haul in a heck of a souvenir.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw, Stroud. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain. On to try the field goal now, Chase McLaughlin. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by McLaughlin is good. And they come away with some points on that series.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with a touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains. So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. On target to his man, Polk. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. They get 13 on the pickup. And the Patriots will have a 1st down. Working inside the red zone. On the move, headed right. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So 2nd down coming up.
Well, that throw just got away from the quarterback a little bit. I'll tell you this. I do love the escapability. I mean, it is such a key in today's game of football, really at any level. Some tough circumstances, though, to try and complete that one down the field.
They're running the option, short side. And he is into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots start to fight back with their first points of this game. Drake made the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Patriots cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Returnable from the 2. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
They're on the 26-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10.
On the quick, right?
Throwing off the play fake here. Forced out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, man, you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Stroud to throw again on second. Escapes out to the left. Cut out left. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Here's Stroud on first and 10. Cut by Diggs. Oh, what a stiff arm. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
All right, set now. First and 10.
Oh, hey. Hey.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Good. Speed left, speed left.
On first down, they'll run. And he'll go down here at the 16. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
From the 16. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharpier in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
McLaughlin's extra point is up and good. And the Texans make it a 10-point ball game. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. May now from the gun. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Back to the air. It's May. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Up the gut they go with Williams. And this won't amount to much. Tackled after a small run to the 32.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Fields this at the 19. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. We've got a stoppage now. There was a player shaken up on that return, so we'll take a brief break as they tend to him. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing now from the gun. Flush down now to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Why, Tony?
1st down, Stroud. It is Cup, left side. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
South. Buggy. Hey, uno more.
From the 47. Escapes the pocket. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
The handoff on 3rd and short. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Final timeout called by the Texans. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Stroud throwing here on 1st. He lets one fly deep downfield. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And is in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans will add to their lead at the end of the half. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. It's 1st and 10 for their final drive of the half. We've got 23 seconds remaining. From the gun, it's May. Bails out of the pocket quick. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
Not not taking any risks here, keeping this one on the ground. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Jalen Petrie there on the stop. They get 5 yards, and that is how we close out half number 1. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Eward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. The kicking team all ready for the Texans, and forward they run to send it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Give to Williams from the gun. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's May. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Fields this clean at the 30. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. This one returned for 11 yards. And it's going to be Texans football. 1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go.
Lone back gets the hand. Oh, the football's loose. Scooped up by the Patriots. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st and 3. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. A handoff for Williams, running left. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over him.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
That is a DB's best phrase, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. Stroud. Dumped off to his running back. And they had that one contained right at the line. Kyle Duggar holding him down.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. Looking for the back that time. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
And 10 yards to
Here we go. Look the high, look the high. Hey!
Shotgun now, 1st round. He's on the move. Collins there to grab it. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He's going to run for it. It's an option right. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. He made it 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
On the quick, right?
From the 41. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one's marked as a 38-yard punt. And they're going to take over possession. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll give it to Williams on the option. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
Well, that's a tough one because you could see the beginnings of what looked like an explosive play. Let's give some credit here, Kate, to the defense. A great job to bottle him up before it came to fruition.
May now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Completed out to the left on that quick throw. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. To the air yet again, May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. Made to throw it. He throws a bullet to the center of the field, and they pick him off again. And the Texans are going to have it, and he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
4 picks, 1 game. Hey, I get it. They've not all been his fault, but it isn't any easier to stomach. For the sake of his mental game, I think it's about time to limit things to short, easy passes or simply take him off this field altogether.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 25-yard
Back to throw, Stroud. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
All right.
Stroud from the pistol. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Impressive play, but they are well shy of the first down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team on, and they'll send this one away. He has it at the 22. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. May on 1st and 10. Catch is made down the right sideline. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing it. Unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
May trying again here on 2nd. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
3rd and long for him here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Desperation time here on 4th. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. They'll keep this drive moving after a big 18-yard pickup on 4th down. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Still sticking with the passing game. That's completed right side. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks. They're now set for 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Williams. Will take it in. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots get it back to within 2 possessions. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots cut the lead down to 10. Now we're going to have a timeout by New England. It's 2nd. We'll see how judicious they choose to be with that final timeout. Still down a couple of scores after that. They're going to set up for the onside kick. And the Texans secure that kick, no problem. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield.
Let's go. Good eye.
Now we're on the counter. And he's brought down for a loss. Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Here we go.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run? Well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
Buys time, rolling right. He just throws this one away.
So many coaches love third downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Brings it in at the 12. And he gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. To the air on first down, May. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans are going to have it after his second interception of the season. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, first and 10. Right up the gut. And he drives it up past the 45. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got second and 6 coming up.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign, well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
Second and 6 coming up here. They give it to him again. And this one does not go far. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Back-to-back carries here. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love third down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a third down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
So it's a win for the Texans. And this thing of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. It's a win for the Texans, as we'll see you next time from Houston.